Hello, I'm Malcolm Gallagher of BizVision's BVTV SpotCasts. Today's leaders know that it is now, in this new and altered business world, not about what you do, but rather who you are as a business that wins hearts and minds. Showing your societal commitment is paramount, and encouraging a unity of consciousness around the planet, people, profits and purpose agenda is essential. But how to do it? I asked Canon Keith Madeley, MBE of the Cones books, how the initiative by he and his wife Chris can help today's leaders play their part in society. So, Keith, how can you deliver an answer for business leaders?
Rather interesting, Malcolm. As we started to develop the Cones books, we were speaking with one of the senior team of Grand Central Rail and talking about the messages that we can put in the books for children. He thought this was a brilliant idea, got right behind it, and Cones on the Rails was published. Sean even went on after that to put the book forward for an industry award, and we were delighted in 2017 when it actually won the UK Rail Industry Award for passenger safety. And author wife Chris afterwards was briefed by the judges, and they said the reason why you won, Mrs. Madeley, and you were 50% higher than your nearest competitor, was that your book was proactive, not reactive. Sean even went on to hire the National Railway Museum for the launch of the book, and even named an engine after one of the characters in the book as well. And people used to ring me and say, Keith, have I seen one of your wife's cones just shoot through Doncaster? Amazing. That then led us to talk to other business leaders and say, this is one way that you can demonstrate your commitment, your company's commitment, and show leadership. And it has gone from success to success. I was talking to someone yesterday, Malcolm, at Harworth, who were doing book 14. And he said, what a brilliant way that we can demonstrate that our board are committed to this. Persimmon Homes, there will be book 15, that's on building a new home. That's the whole board. And they want every new home where there's a child to have a Cones book to show the message within the book. That to me is really true leadership. And as you say, it's really demonstrating what we've always said, the 4 Ps of people, planet, profits and purpose.
Yeah, excellent, Keith. And I can see that, some of those leaders have quite forward thinking. And in a way, what they're doing is ensuring that the future of their business is secure, because they've quickly adapted to the new demands today, as you quite rightly say, of the 4 Ps, including this unity of consciousness, isn't it?
Malcolm, absolutely. And we were reading, this morning I read a shortage of heavy goods vehicle drivers. And we'd really like to talk to a logistics company for them to explain through the book to children what it is to be an HGV and delivering essential products like food and to supermarkets, and that tomatoes are not grown at Morrison's. They are grown on a farm and they're transported to the shop to be sold.
Yes, there's huge amount of stories that you and especially Chris, who's the author, really can tell for each and every company. So they don't have to follow somebody else. They can be quite innovative with the Cones, can't they?
Well, Malcolm, they can. Northern Power Grid is a prime example there. But the first book 4, was on safety around, obviously, outside electrification and so forth, and these not trespassing on these little power stations and so forth. And then they came back and said, Chris, will you do a book on the Priority Services Register? And if you talk to most people, Malcolm, they've never heard of it. And what it is, that it's showing that if there's a power cut, there will be people vulnerable without having that power, kidneys, sort of machines and things of that nature. So the message is, in that particular book, which is book 9, that if there is a power cut, the children will know, Mummy, Mrs. Jones next door needs obviously attention. So that was a very difficult subject to get over, but it's there, and it shows the breadth of subjects that we can cover with the right briefing, Malcolm.
Yeah, I thought this book as well, Keith, that around Leeds Children's Hospital, which my grandchildren have read through, and they find the stories fascinating. I thought what he does very cleverly is to make hospitals friendly. Because, in some ways, even to us older people, they're not quite friendly, are they? In a way, they're a bit timid because you don't know what's going to happen. But this book really sort of makes it all. You almost feel like, I don't mind being ill.
Well, that was it. The message really was taking away the mystique for a child going to hospital, whether inpatient or outpatient. And Malcolm, we were so proud with that particular book, because thanks to the Leeds Children's Hospital, they spoke to their royal patron, and Her Royal Highness the Countess of Wessex immediately said she would be in the book. And as you can see, she sent a couple of paragraphs for the storyline.
Yeah, excellent. And leaders, you can get the power of the Cones books behind you. Thanks, Keith. Now, listeners and viewers, here's how you can get more details of the Cones books. Viewers, obviously, you can see it on the screen behind me, but for listeners, go to all the W's, theconesbooks.co.uk. Thanks, Keith.
Thank you, Malcolm.